Hi, and welcome to this special edition of Omni Edition Garden City. I am Dan York. Along with me is City Manager Robert Murray. Thank you very much for taking time out to be with us here today.
Glad to be here, Dan.
We want to talk about the changeover from Republic Services to Rizzo Environmental Services in the area of our solid waste collection, compost, and ultimately voluntary curbside recycling. So let's start right off because we are in the middle of this already, and this all came together very quickly. Right now we're dealing with the transition of carts because we're going to go from Republic's carts to Rizzo's carts, and as people see this week, we're right in the middle of that.
Right. The transition started last Friday, the 24th of June, and as you can expect with any transition, there are bumps, there are glitches, but we, along with Rizzo, are working very hard to iron these things out to get new carts to everybody in the city.
Okay. And as Rizzo is delivering new carts, Republic should be taking their old carts that after they empty the trash on whatever your regular trash day is, they then should be taking back their carts.
That was the plan, Dan. It's not going quite as smoothly as we anticipated.
Okay.
Because logistically, it takes more vehicles to pick up carts and drive away with them. So
obviously,
Republic is lagging a little bit behind. They're doing their best. They've been working very hard. I have to give kudos to Republic, who, even though they have lost the contract with Garden City, are still fulfilling the contract honorably, and they're doing what they can to assist in this transition.
As we record this show on Monday, as you said, the people on Friday who had their trash picked up just before the weekend, if everything has worked well, they have had their brown cans collected and taken from them. If they haven't, though, they should still leave those brown cans out by the street, right?
Yes, they should. Republic continues to try and catch up and pick up. And Rizzo should be out today delivering the new cans, which will be green.
Okay.
And bear a Garden City logo.
Okay, so if your pickup was last Friday, the theory is that you'll receive your carts today here on Monday.
Yes.
And then throughout the week, depending on where you are, you may go a day or two without a cart, no more than 2 days. And if you do go more than 2 days, you should contact the Department of Public Service. Or Rizzo themselves, and that phone number is going to stay on this monitor throughout the entire program. But some people are also going to get their Rizzo carts before they have the Republic cart picked up. You shouldn't use that for this week's trash pickup. You should make sure you save those for the July 1st trash pickup, which is this week, which is Friday, which adds to this confusion a little bit, is that the end of the month did not coincide with the end of the beginning of the week.
Yes, that helped, and then throw in a holiday.
Sure.
On Monday, July 4th.
Right.
It's really presented some challenges to us. But I do want to mention, since you referred to the phone number, as we're all painfully aware, a mailer that went out to all of the residents in the city contained a correct phone number in 4 instances and an incorrect number in 1 instance.
Sure.
And that incorrect number seems to be the one an awful lot of people are calling.
I think that was in the recycling section.
I just want to emphasize again that the correct phone number is on your screen. It's 866-772-8900.
And everything we talk about here today, you can find on the city's website. There are links all over the front page of the city's website that primarily take you to Rizzo's website. Rizzo has set up a Garden City page with answers to all of the Garden City questions, as well as that flyer. That mailer is also on the Rizzo page. So really, anything you do need to know, if you take the time to read it, you can find out from that Rizzo page. They have done a really nice job of trying to get this information out in the community, as we have tried to do, but you're reaching 11,000 homes. It's difficult to reach everybody because some people, the city is not on their radar. It's not a thing for them.
I've had occasion to see some comments on social media, which have been critical of the city and the transition and failing to publicize it. And the fact is, we've put it on Facebook, we have put it on cable, we have put it on our web page, we put it in the newspaper, and we sent out mailers. In keeping with the philosophy that there will be bumps in the road, the mailers, we don't think really began hitting mailboxes until last Saturday.
Yeah.
Last Saturday. They were supposed to get there earlier in the week, but things happen.
And so if you see this program, if you've read this on Facebook, if you've seen this in all the places, please tell your neighbors, because literally we're going to need word of mouth to make this work.
Absolutely. I know at the police department they began receiving phone calls on Saturday regarding stolen trash bins.
Sure.
Because they didn't know what was going on. And that's unfortunate. We felt the mailer would be the most helpful thing, because that definitely would reach every house, but that doesn't mean it gets read at every house.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I do, Rizzo, one of the things we're very excited about is Rizzo's focus on customer service. The fact that they've made so many things available on the internet for new Garden City customers and information. The fact that, as you mentioned earlier, you might even get your can early. That's because Rizzo looked at what was going on and decided to ramp it up a little.
Sure.
And start pushing out cans ahead of Republic's pickup. So we're very pleased with Rizzo's overall philosophy and attitude, and we're excited about this.
Now, one of the bumps in the road is that everyone will only receive one can. That's for two reasons. One, the sheer magnitude of trying to get two cans out to people, or knowing whether you had two cans before is virtually impossible.
Yes. And the other reason is because we anticipate if the homeowner chooses to participate in our voluntary recycling program, they're going to see a reduction in the amount of solid waste that they need to put out to the curb. So they may find they don't need a second can.
Right.
However, second cans will be available. Again, you call the 1-866 number and request it. Second cans just simply aren't going to be immediately available.
Right.
We have some large undertakings here, getting all the initial trash bins out there. Then we have the recycling program that will kick off August 1st. We want to make sure we handle those things correctly.
Sure.
So there may be a minor inconvenience, but we're hoping the community will see an overall improvement.
Okay. And we'll talk about that recycling program in just a moment. But one of the things to remember with that program is you're going to receive a 65-gallon rolling cart, not just a little container, not a little tub, as many people have used for the recycling programs in the past, and a lot of cities still use. People are going to get a substantial container for which to put their recycling in.
Yes, and the question has been asked why both cans will be the same color. They will be a Garden City green,
Yes.
bearing a Garden City logo. The fact is the color really doesn't matter. It is because the larger can will be for your solid waste. The 65-gallon can will be for your recycling.
Okay.
So that's how we will be able to tell the difference, and how Rizzo will be able to tell the difference.
It's a 95-gallon container for your regular trash, which is essentially the same size most people have now. But with Republic, some people did have a smaller second can, and that smaller second can is what the recycling will go in for Rizzo going forward.
Yes, and often in communities with curbside recycling, the recycling container will be blue,
Right.
or will be green. We just went with an all green because we're Garden City.
And it would look better, actually.
That's right.
So let's talk about that since we're there. That won't begin until August 1st, so there is a month transition where we will not have the voluntary curbside recycling available. And let's stress, it's voluntary.
That's correct. It is voluntary, and you do need to enroll in this. We're not forcing recycling down anybody's throat. We're encouraging the heck out of it. But you do need to sign up for this program, either by going to the Rizzo website, and a couple of clicks, and you'll be able to request your recycling bin.
Very easily.
Or you can call the phone number at 866-772-8900. And you'll go through a series of prompts there to get your service.
And that's very easy to do. And also on the website, on the Rizzo website, either in the newsletter or on the website, there is the list of what is appropriate for recycling, what you can recycle, what you cannot recycle. And again, the assumption is that the average home, everything they take out of the trash stream to put into their recycling will then eliminate possibly the need for a second can.
Yes.
Okay.
That's certainly what we anticipate.
And that will all begin on August 1st, and the delivery of those cans is scheduled to begin the last week of July. That may change, obviously. That's a fluid thing, and that's a little ways away. But that's when it is supposed to occur.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget if we didn't say it already, your trash day does not change. Nothing along that line changes, and composting really doesn't change.
No, it doesn't. One thing that I do want to be sure to point out, this is a change. When you have large items, in the past, you had to call and schedule a pickup. Rizzo does not require that. Put out your items on trash day, and they will be picked up.
And items plural, also with Republic, you are limited to one item per trash day, and you can put out multiple items with Rizzo also.
Yes, we're very pleased with this. That was one of the common complaints that we heard from residents in the city. It had to do with large item, bulky item pickup, and getting it scheduled and then having the schedule adhered to. Rizzo has a program worked out. Again, this is all part of their just top-notch customer service philosophy that they have.
And as we mentioned at the beginning, we're going to run into a bump in the road at the end of this week or the beginning of next week already, because Independence Day does fall on Monday, the 4th of July. So Rizzo will collect for one day, which is this upcoming Friday, and then they will have Monday off, and then they will go Tuesday through Saturday. So that also doesn't change, but I guess it just, again, it's another challenge for us to deal with.
Just another challenge, and we beg you to use patience. Please be patient with us while we implement this new program. We're all very excited about it. DPS Director Kevin Roney has worked very hard in putting this together. And we're just excited about it. We're excited both about the prospect of a new solid waste hauler in our city, and this curbside cycling program has been something citizens have been clamoring for years, and we're trying to do it right.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about, real quickly before we kind of run through everything again, how did we get here? How was it that it was time to bid this out again and look at other companies, and how did we end up with Rizzo?
We had been looking we had been looking at curbside recycling for a while, and the Republic contract with the city for solid waste hauling expires at the end of June 30th. So we saw that as an opportunity to go out for bids and include curbside recycling as part of the bid. The bid process was very competitive. We got some very good bids, but Rizzo came out on top. And then we explored the quality of the service that Rizzo's been delivering in other communities, and the quality of the equipment. If you've ever seen a bright, shiny red Rizzo truck driving around, you'll know what I'm talking about. So the contract was ultimately awarded by council to Rizzo, and we've had several meetings with Rizzo on an ongoing basis as we get ready to be up and running.
Sure. Okay, and ultimately the difference in price was between what we have now and what we're about to have isn't very large at all, correct?
No, it's not at all. It's pretty darned insignificant, actually, considering we're adding quite a service.
Right.
We're adding this curbside recycling, which basically is a whole nother pickup.
And which is not a charge to us, nor is it a charge to the residents. I guess we didn't mention that, but this is free to the residents.
It is free to the residents. The residents, because we just executed a new contract, will see a slight increase in the fee that is charged to them on an annual basis. That is simply because we were operating under a very old contract and some very old fees, and as it was brought into 2016, there was a slight increase, but it is a minor increase with a tremendous addition to services.
Okay, very good. So let's review one more time, and this program's expiration date will come pretty quick because this information is very timely and very important to this week. So if you have Friday trash pickup. Republic hopefully has already taken away your brown Republic trash can. And Rizzo, the new company, will shortly, if they haven't already by the time you see this, be delivering you your new green Rizzo trash can.
Yes.
All right. And then throughout the week, leave your Republic cans out. If they don't happen to get them on that day, I'm sure they will come for them within a day or two. And Rizzo will be bringing you your new can either within 2 days of your old can being taken, so you may have to throw your trash in a plastic bag or whatever for a day. But they also might be bringing it sooner than Republic picks it up. So it just depends on kind of where you fall. And then July 1st, it's Rizzo. Friday, July 1st.
Yes.
All right, very good.
And again, to participate in recycling, please know that you need to enroll. This is not a subscription. You're not calling up and committing to an additional fee. There is no additional fee for this. But you do need to enroll because we only want those cans going out to homes where they're going to be used. There are some people who have said, I will not recycle.
Sure.
There is no sense in wasting a can on them.
And again, you'll receive one of the 95-gallon trash cans, and then you can use the phone number that you see behind us, or to call to require or to request a second trash can, but that might not come in the first week. That could come a week or two down the road.
Yes.
All of this information is available either through the city's website, www.gardencitymi.org, which essentially just offers you links to the Rizzo information, or you can go directly to the rizzoservices.com website, where you'll find a Garden City link on the home page there, and that will tell you everything you need to know about this program. And they are the contact point for recycling. They are the contact point for additional carts. You do yourself a favor if you contact them first rather than calling DPS, because the DPS is just going to refer it to Rizzo.
Correct.
Okay, very good. Well, good luck to all of us, huh?
That's right.
All right. That's this special edition of Omni Edition Garden City. Thank you very much for watching. Again, get your Republic cans out. They will be collected, and you'll get your new Rizzo can this week. All right. Good night, everybody.